And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Treehouse. Now, once again, I have never played Splatoon. If you've seen my previous video of me watching the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Direct, you'll know what to expect. I don't know what to expect, but apparently this covers the story mode, some stuff about the Splatfest demo, and something about a game called Harvestella from Squenix that's going to happen after. So I guess we'll find out what that's about. But this is mostly a Splatoon 3 show. So we've got like a minute and a half before it goes live, but it's not making any noise. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'll play the music while I wait. Apparently, you can sign into Splatoon 3 right now and check out the town and do the tutorial and dress up your character and stuff. So I may do that later today. I was going to stream Soul Hackers 2 today, but apparently the release date got moved up till tomorrow, or moved back till tomorrow. I have no idea why, which is very frustrating because I really wanted to play that today. I was looking forward to it a lot. But we'll see about that. Alright, it's 12:30. Are you gonna play? Oh, there we go. Well, I'm glad to have you here for as much as you can see, Adder. It'll be on YouTube later. So what's the difference between a Treehouse and a Direct?
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Nintendo Treehouse Live for Splatoon 3. I'm Demetrius and I'm here joined by Taryn and our own Treehouse Squid Research Labber.
Labber?
Dutch.
Dr. Dutch.
Hey.
I won't not say it. I'm sorry.
Look at him, he's even like, hey. All right, so what do we have for you today? Well, we got some really cool stuff. We wanted to show you today was a little bit of what Splatoon 3 is about, including the actual single-player story. So we're going to start off with a single-player deep dive, and then kind of show you some, come back and show you some
just jumping right into
stages and strategies. For those who have never actually heard of Splatoon 3 before, it's a team-based action game, well, multiplayer game, with also single-player story mode, which you're seeing today. So what you're seeing right in front of you actually is the
Nintendo Treehouse members actually playing the game. Huh.
Ooh, I'm
Alterna.
sorry. We were supposed to ooh, weren't we?
One eye away.
Ooh.
Dutch.
So what are those crystals?
Sorry,
oh, stop swiveling the camera. Holy
I am in
shit.
control of Agent 3, and I have a weapon that can use ink. So for those who have never seen Splatoon before, for Splatoon 3 and other games in the series, you can actually swim in your own ink and refill and do many other great things with it. It's really, really great. So we call this right here swim form, and this is kit form. And you can use the kit form to ink many different things, which is going to come in very, very handy.
Okay, this is low frame rate on the actual stream, right?
One other thing to note is you really don't need experience to play single player. So if you're worried about, hey, this is Splatoon 3, do I have to worry about, playing the other two games? You don't have to. It's
There's your little fish friend.
It's okay. This game has a great story, though, and it'll have the same kind of feel between those who have played Splatoon 2
little fish
before,
chicken thing.
Even the Octo expansion, which was the NSO expansion pack you can get right now. All right, so
Is the sensitivity
one
set
thing I
way
wanna
high?
point out,
Well, I'm not
for
going to be
this
doing
story
that.
Is you see right here, this is fuzzy ooze. You actually want to be careful.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
You did that on purpose,
I
right?
did it on purpose.
Like, whoa.
It just ate her.
So fuzzy ooze, bad.
Something's going on here.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
So there's a big mystery going on with the fuzzy ooze. We want to kind of like, see what's going on with Alterna and how is this happening? We really want to, really find out. Okay, so with that in mind, there are some other additional things we'll kind of go over as we play through these stages, such as like, the little hidden secrets, this little guy here called
I think he might have
Small Fry,
gyro
and some
enabled.
other little things. But first,
I don't
what
think
I'm gonna do
that's
is I'm
the
actually gonna
sticks
pass this controller
swerving
over
around. I
to
think that might
Karen.
be gyro enabled.
Me. Thank you.
And we're going to actually go to a stage called Twirling, Swirling, and Whirling. And just allow us to get that set up. One moment there. Here we go.
And to be clear, you're playing as Agent 3, but this is not the Agent 3 you know. This is a new Agent 3, so don't worry. The other one is still around. But this is a new one. Just
Spoilers.
spoilers.
No, there's no spoilers. I'm just
No
teasing.
spoilers.
Okay, so what you'll see right here is Taryn actually has 3 different
Okay, you get
choices.
stuff for beating the level.
We're going to have her start with the hero gear to begin with.
Yeah, so you have recommendations too. You can see it says try this. So again, we're going to do this mostly because I love Small Fry and I want to show you Small Fry very badly. And you can see other information on the screen.
Oh,
like
the
on
little
top
fish
right, it shows you
companion
how
is,
many tries you have. So I have
piece
just
of
3.
gear?
That should be fine. I'm
Huh.
new to Splatoon, but I should be able to handle it. I've got Small
You
Fry.
got this, Darren.
Speaking of which, too, like I said before, this is a great entry point as well, story mode in particular. So this is perfect for you.
Yeah. So if I didn't want to jump into multiplayer right away, I can do story mode first, and it's a great place to practice, or just play with Small Fry. I also like that. So I'm showing off here what you can do with it. You can throw it. Don't feel bad.
Yeah,
can
what
handle
else can it
itself.
do? You don't have any
And
enemies
then
on
you can
screen,
call it
so
back
what else
with
can it
the
do?
This way, which is a function that you have in multiplayer as well, right, Dutch?
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 attempts on the board. And here you want to kind of, like it says, to navigate to the rotating area. Oh, look at that perfect throw.
Nice.
You
Get 'em.
sound so surprised,
Oh,
and I'm a little
It
offended.
attacks things.
Not at all.
Okay, but look at this trick.
encouraging.
Look at this. Look.
Oh,
Wait.
exposed.
Wait. Hey, that was a trick that I learned just for you guys.
I didn't even know what that's actually really cool.
That's the pacifist approach right there.
So how much Super Mario Sunshine is involved in getting rid of the
Small Fry in the
pink
beginning.
ooze?
I'm gonna throw it again, but for a different purpose this time because this is an armored enemy.
Is it
and
important?
I'm scared of it, and it can definitely splat me. So I'm using Small Fry to distract it, and then I turn around and splat it from behind. Also, like a rat, I just let stuff fall off the edges, get splatted and distracted. That's how I play, I guess.
One thing you'll note too is that Taryn is swimming in her own ink. If there's enemy ink, which is purple, it's not too good for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, whoops.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Apparently the squid can't
I
swim.
have 3
Nah.
tries.
You're good. You're good.
I'm playing with motion controls right now. You can turn that off or just change the sensitivity.
I will be turning off
Um,
motion controls.
But there is an advantage
motion
to
controls
using them,
are
so
awful.
By all means, play however you prefer to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, once I got the hang of motion controls, I can't go back. I love them.
Go back.
Agreed. Same for me. It took a little bit, but I really like them.
So you see that Small Fry actually does damage as well, so you can use it to distract, and then like with the first enemy, you just throw it right in their face, and they will take care, well, it will take care of business.
That person
Okay,
right up there
Ooh,
has got
I got
your
it strapped.
They're in, can
I
they
got
dissolve in
strats
water?
for
That
you
makes
guys
sense.
Are you going to shoot from the...
I have learned that you can shoot from here and take out some of these little.
Oh,
Look at you
blocked by
go.
the... Oh, didn't get blocked by the
That is
platform.
awesome.
Okay,
Huh.
well, I was hoping to get a sniper, but I got a little too greedy. So now we're gonna have to deal with both snipers. So what I
least
picked up
one
was a
out.
Trizuka. You get canned specials. You'll learn a little bit more about specials in the next segment. But you get them that way in story mode, and usually they're like perfectly situated for whatever you have to do. So exactly that. Like if you're looking at octo snipers in the face and they're just
Okay, you
ready
can
to
just
splat you,
jump.
that Trizuka was perfect for countering it.
And it's actually
and I
the
didn't
same
use it that
specials
well.
that you'd find in the multiplayer mode as well. So it's a good chance to kind of get familiar with them and maybe practice a little bit.
Yes.
Get him!
I heard the word practice and I nod and agree. Practicing is good. I could use more of it, but it's super fun. Like, even if you get splatted or fall off spontaneously for literally no apparent reason, it's still a good time. And I love that about Splatoon. It just keeps this like tone of like chaos and fun and like doing it your own way. And like I'm all about that. Even if I fall off the edge. Okay, so I'm at the end. I've also been known to fall off.
I'm sorry.
I think
Good job.
I said
Yeah,
it.
you manifested it.
I manifested it. I'm not gonna jump for that now. I'm afraid.
One more time. You got this.
Hagar time.
What thing is good too is.
Oh, does
that
she now have to
items
kill
that
the
they respawn in,
Octolings
What
again?
you're going to be picking up is some armor, which helps.
Oh yes, thank you for mentioning that, Demetrius. Yeah, you pick up armor.
Yeah, there you go.
Ouch.
Good example of the armor.
Thank you. Yeah, if I didn't have that armor, I'd probably be in trouble. Please no. Please no.
You got
All
this.
right.
You got this. Just stay there for a second. Let yourself recharge. You got it.
Yeah, so there's like a whole
There you go.
Oh, there's ink at the side of the screen
mode like,
to mark
and
your
you
health.
do some
I wish it
multiplayer, so
gradually
you move
disappeared,
super
but I
fast,
guess
people
you
can
heal the
see you
full all
under
at
the
once.
ink, and if you move slower, they can't see you. So just like in story mode, if you get good at being sneaky, your chances of success increase significantly.
That was
I'm not
very
very good
sneaky,
at
I must
sneaky.
say.
That was great.
How did you
Okay,
get to
guys.
story mode on
Guys.
Splatoon 3? This is the
Guys.
Nintendo Treehouse special event. I'm watching
Oh, I've
their
got
presentation.
another
I'm not
ready.
playing
There you
myself.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Mission complete.
And we're done with that mission. We did it. It only took 2 unnecessary
First time
falls.
clear bonus. 3 minutes, 13 seconds. That looked great.
Oh, that's right. And there's a timing mechanic. I'll hand this back to you,
Thank you.
Demetrius. So there's a bunch of replayability with these missions. You can choose different weapons like we showed you earlier. So you can challenge yourself with maybe weapons that aren't so well suited. And then you can also time yourself. So I'm sure my time for that one was probably not amazing. So I could go back in and like play it over and over again and try to get a better time and just get better. It's
Lots
always
of great replayability
get
for
better.
sure. Okay, my turn.
all right, Demetrius.
All
you
right,
have to
so now-
fall at
Oh,
least
Terrians
twice.
are different from Octolings.
Oh,
Gotcha.
God, this stage is a little. Ooh.
We should also say that a lot of the lore actually plays out through these single-player
does.
missions. You can
Yes.
find, maybe hidden objects here or there that give you kind of clues into the world that we're in and the events.
Yeah, the Sunken Sea Scrolls, you can find them out while you're playing outside of the stages, and they provide a lot of background on lore. The lore is really cool, and this whole series has really cool lore. All right, so I am doing Stamp 'em Out. I am going to be using one of the new weapons, the Splatana Stamper, with Curling Bomb.
See it, Demetrius.
The Splatana Stamper or Splatana class of weapons are brand
Fallout
new.
3 Ripper.
They have like a swipe when I just use the attack button, and if you hold down the button, you can charge up as a
Oh, it's this
charge
thing.
slash. Now, the Stamper itself,
They showed that
outside
off
of
in the
having that really
Nintendo
cool
Direct.
sound, it's more the heavier style of Splatana class.
It
So
looks
you're
like a
gonna see,
Ripper, though.
The amount of ink I'm flinging from like the ink blade is going to be a bit more. So really great. One thing to note is you kind of have like long range, right? And then you have the short range. If I'm up close and I hit someone with this, it's going to be pretty much a guaranteed splat.
I've never noticed it, but did you see Small Fry was in the corner just like looking at you with these big eyes? Like, why aren't you taking me with you?
Oh, I missed that. Aww.
It's just a little sad. It's all right.
Also note
There you
that
go.
when I'm picking up our power eggs, and these can be used to unlock certain things.
But you'll need them to progress in the story mode.
Oh, see, this is a perfect
Well, that one's
example.
got a
This guy
riot
has
shield.
which is going to be hard, but if I charge it up,
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Okay.
How satisfying
Charge
is
shot
that
breaks the
on a
riot
scale
shield.
from 10?
great. 10. 10 out of 10. Oh, gotcha.
That one was surprised. You didn't give that one a fair chance to fight back, I don't think.
I love how I can just use this to like hit 2 people at once. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what people are going to do with this one in multiplayer because it's kind of a combination. You have that longer range, a little bit weaker one, and then you have the kind of one-hit splat charge one that you can do from short range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people are gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, all weapons have different styles and stuff, but this one for me, I really like the
You
way.
gonna play this with us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, no,
Okay,
that's
that thing
squeaky.
is a Roomba. Gets rid of the gets rid of the
Look,
ink.
It's so cute.
I was trying to be a little fancy there. I'm just gonna go across this time. Come on. There we go.
Well done. All right, remember, you have to fall off at least twice.
No, I don't wanna.
That's the deal. There it is.
This next part right here is.
This weapon seems kind of powerful, but I think the problem is it's got no range.
Kind of knock all these down without him getting to.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Oh, you just
I think I got the guy behind him too.
feel like you've already mastered the Splatana, and we should all be
No, you're
very
looking
afraid.
definitely fun.
This is a really fun weapon. I gotta be careful with this guy. There we go. Okay.
And now your favorite part.
Oh, is this it?
This is the part. For those
The
who are
test.
wondering why they're teasing me, it's because this part
Oh my
is
gosh.
quite the battle. Kind of let them come
Oh my
to me.
gosh.
Where are you?
Yes. What, there's like 3 of them, right?
Ooh, they're right there.
So these are octolings. They're a different type of
Wow,
enemy
this
that
guy
can,
is
like, a little bit
surviving
more like a player,
way
might,
better
you
than
could
I
say.
expected.
And so, of course, they're a little bit more
Yeah.
difficult, but not difficult for Demetrius. All right.
I hope the camera was on me. I had such gamer face right there. I was
You
like,
didn't. Well, you were supposed to get splatted at least. It's just gonna be me.
not gonna happen. No, I made it. Oh, 239. I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it. That was pretty good. Whew. All right.
You are not stressed. Don't even give
You're
me.
up,
You're too
Dutch.
good at that.
All right.
Yeah, let me pass this over to Dutch.
We saved the hardest one.
Oh,
for
finally he
Dutch.
gets to
He's
play.
in the lab coat,
All right.
so
He was
he's
getting left out.
obligated.
This is the fun part. So the next one that we have coming up is called One Way Ride Through Target Town. And we're going to have Dutch use the tri-stringer. It's going to
Yeah, let's do it.
fun.
Yeah, he has other options, which you'll see, and those are a
Gotta
little
switch
bit
to
easier.
the
but no,
game camera.
we don't let Dutch do the easy ones.
There you
I'm both-
go.
I'm both excited and nervous to try this one out. This is a brand new weapon class in Splatoon 3. And let's just take a look at it here. So you can see it's
Oh,
kinda
yeah,
like
the
a bow,
crossbow that
basically.
Doesn't
And
actually need the
so
string.
The way it works is if I tap the attack button,
Oh, I guess it's,
then you can see it shoots 3
I guess it's
little
pulling back on the
projectiles like that.
plunger, and
If
the
I hold it
string
down and charge it up,
pushes the plunger down.
you can see they stick to whatever surface they hit, and you get kind of a secondary little explosion that'll do a little bit of damage. And then if I charge
It looks
up
like it's
even
charging up a
more,
second tier of
then you
this.
get kind of a
There you
tight
go.
grouping that goes a little bit farther,
Ah,
and you still get that, that second
precision
little pop.
shots.
It's hard to survive if you get hit with all 3 right directly.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It's really good.
There's a vertical shot too, is there not?
Yeah,
Sort of
exactly.
like
So
your
one
roller.
More, yeah, it's kind of like a roller where, for those of you who have played Splatoon games before, so if I jump and shoot, then I get a vertical shot. So if I charge that up as well, you
Cool.
can see the shots line up vertically.
This feels like a skilled player's weapon.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
thinking
intimidated.
There's
it's
going to
kind
be
of
a
like- it's got
special
good
event on the
range, it's got good
27th
coverage, it's got
where
good
you can
damage. I think
play
it'll be really
online
interesting to see
for
what people do with this one as
the
well.
day. But I think the story mode only unlocks when the game
let's see
officially
that.
comes
No
out,
more-
I'm
no more
putting this out a little
delays.
bit.
which is September 9th, I believe.
One thing to note as Dutch goes through, too, for people watching at home, you actually don't have to finish all the stages to get through story mode, but there are a lot of fun things to play.
Yeah, this one's challenging, but that's a good thing. And you don't have to do it if you don't.
Yeah, this is a really fun, challenging one.
All right, so I just broke those targets, and that activated this ride rail down here. And the thing about the ride rail is it's, like the title says, it's a one-way ticket. So I'm going to be riding this thing. There's no turning back. And if I don't break all the targets on a given section, then I'm going to run out of track.
No
I'm going to
pressure.
fall in. So let's do it.
At least 2 falls, remember.
Hey, Ratchet and Clank time.
Well, he's got a lot of opportunity here, but we're giving Dutch 3 chances.
What do
Yeah,
you
get
That's
3
5 up there.
tries.
Nah,
So
but we're
literally
giving
2
you
falls.
3. Yeah. You're wearing that coat for a reason, Dutch.
I have faith in Dr. Dutch.
One thing to note, too, I apologize if Dutch didn't point this out, but as you turn into swim form, you do actually recharge your ink. Just a note. This music's so good.
It is good. Well, and the visuals are so nice. Like, this stage in particular is so chaotic that, like, you don't really get a chance to, like, oh, no, you got it!
Oh, nice shot. And he died. Oh,
Oh, it was so good,
that was a
though.
good shot, though.
Sorry. Oh.
It's as I was talking. I'm sorry. I
He
distracted
had it,
you.
too. That was an amazing shot.
It was.
All right.
But the visuals are so nice. Like, if you get a chance to look up, it's like an inverted cityscape.
I would, but I'm busy right
I
now.
know. I'm so sorry. I'm not asking you to.
Continue with your research. All right.
All right, here's a good spot. Look up at that.
Yeah, that looks...
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. It's okay, Dutch.
That explosion, we're all like, you can hear us getting quiet because there's nervous.
Stress is
Okay.
real.
All right, he's got this.
Right there, I'm going to use that kind of secondary
There you go.
explosion.
There we
Nice.
go.
Get those.
You have to be
Make life a
careful
little
jumping
easier.
between the rails.
It's a
too.
shame he died right after that
Yes,
clutch
we
shot.
would.
That was pretty good.
All right,
Yeah,
perfect.
there we go.
One thing you're seeing Dutch do right now is he's actually aiming for those power eggs because it's kind of a good hint or a tip of where you want to shoot with this weapon. Like right in the middle.
Makes us got that explosive
Yeah.
effect.
Things are
Oh
looking
my
good right
gosh,
now.
Dutch.
You got this. This
got the
next
big
upcoming
power
part, yeah, this upcoming part right here is pretty difficult. As you can see, there's a lot. So Dutch is going to want to try to slow it down and
I'm just going
take out as
for shots.
many. Oh, he got it. He got it.
Did
He got it.
it! Oh my
Got
gosh,
him.
he's gonna do
Nice.
it.
Well
No pressure.
done.
No
guys.
pressure. Everything is fine.
Okay, don't forget to go through. There you go.
Yeah, I've definitely hit those grates before. Like, landed a perfect shot and then just get bopped off because of a grate. It doesn't feel
This
good.
one's a little tricky too because you can see it on different sides. You have to charge pretty fast.
Oh my
Well done,
gosh.
Dutch.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to do it in 2 tries, ladies and gentlemen.
No!
Oh!
Oh, you got it.
No!
Did you get it?
I didn't get it.
No! Okay, but that
Alright,
was 2
alright.
falls, so now
This is
you
the
can
one.
get it, Dutch.
All right.
You got
I
this.
have clearance.
You have my
Oh,
permission.
that's a bad checkpoint.
That
You have to go
was
all the way
You
back
got
there.
this. You were in the
Honestly, really
groove there. You
challenging.
got it.
I've seen Dutch do this several times successfully, so
Yeah, he's got it.
even if he doesn't do it this time, know that he can, and it's
This is the one
extremely
that counts.
impressive.
This is the one.
This is the one.
It's fun though. Now I want to be like, all right, is it my turn? Let me try.
Dude, I know. I haven't been able to beat it yet. Did
It's
you
a
beat
fun
it with a
job.
tri-stringer yet?
I have.
You
took,
did it?
took some times though, but it was fun though trying it out. All right, you got it. Cool. Okay, so now we got these again. All right. I think it's those two right there make me the most nervous.
I had to
Yeah.
mess up on those too.
Yeah, because you kind of have to lead your shot, right? You have to kind of think in advance. All right, I'm going to shoot, and then they'll explode, and then I'll be okay.
I love these stages though for getting a feel for
You got it.
losing.
No!
Just jump off. Let's have you try one more
Whoops.
time. Just jump off one more time. Like very start. Can you jump off? There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more. Let's try
You're
one more
giving him
time.
a 4th?
I
There's a
am.
reason
my
you don't have to beat every
goodness.
stage in the game.
I'm a good.
Fair
fighter.
enough.
Yeah, I got your back, Dutch.
How about if he fails this 4th one?
Well, then we just have. We have to move.
Then the people are gonna have to see it for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The
You got
tension
this.
is palpable.
You got this.
Yeah,
You can, oh, sorry, go ahead. Dutch.
Oh, I was just gonna say I love these single player missions to kind of get a feel for each weapon, kind of see how they behave, get some ideas. for
Does
how
this
you
have
might
an
use it in
arcing shot, or
multiplayer.
does it go straight
And this isn't the only
when you
rail
charge it
driving
up all the way?
mission, but it's one of the more challenging ones, so
this-
don't worry.
It's a difficult one, but also know that by the time you get to this, you'll have a
Yeah.
solid grasp. Oh, okay.
I love those rings every time. It feels like a reward getting to jump through them. It looks so delicious. I get hungry.
Okay, we got it. All right. See, looking good. Looking good.
All right, making progress.
Don't jinx it. I think I jinxed it last time.
Not at all.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
get these with the charge shot. I'm not gonna mess around here.
Oh, that's it. No!
Got it, nice.
Oh,
Oh, didn't get it. Damn.
Round.
I guess the arrow missed at the
All right.
bottom.
Well, I think that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
We'll just have to let people try this one on their own at home.
Thanks for trying that though, Dutch. That was awesome. That was great.
Thank you for taking it for us.
Okay. So that's for us is going to be it for this part. Just note that we actually will be coming back with some, kind of a strategy segment on what you can do in the game itself. So stick around.
All right, so
We'll
it's
be
not so
right
much a
back
story
in.
mode as it is a
Thanks for
series of
watching.
challenge levels. Unless that was tutorial stuff. Definitely a story mode, cutscenes, plot, and all. Ooh, okay, cool.
The Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational 2022 tournament. This event will take place on September 5th at PAX West. Some of the top finishers from this summer's Splatoon 2 Inkopolis Showdown will head to Seattle and
With
compete
the first
in
two
North
games, the
America's
story mode was
first
here's a
ever
plot hook that we're going to
Splatoon
remind
3
you about at the end of each
Invitational.
chapter. Meanwhile, you have some challenge levels. Fair enough.
Follow the official Nintendo versus Twitter account for updates.
All right, so moving on into stuff about the Splatfest, I believe is what was said. Hidden lore pages, huh?
Hey everybody, welcome back to a very special edition of Nintendo Treehouse Live featuring Splatoon 3. Been wanting to do that. All right, and I'm here with Taryn
Hello.
and our very own Treehouse Squid Lab researcher, Dutch.
Hi.
Dutch.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is we actually wanted to show off some of our multiplayer stuff. Now, before we start, I just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping to just let everybody know that this is a special build that we're playing on. We're actually not going to get right into multiplayer, but we did want to show you some elements to focus on that because there's a lot of really great stuff. And again, just to let everybody know, this game's coming out on September 9th, so just a little thing to keep in mind. All right, now, so Splatoon 3, let's see what we got first. I think we're going to show off a Splash-O-Matic. So Dutch,
Yeah, let's
what
see.
is a Splash-O-Matic?
Okay, the training stage is
the
to show off
Splash-O-Matic
weapons.
is in the shooter class of weapons, which is kind of like the bread and butter of the Splatoon series. It's like your well-rounded, versatile weapon. You can see it's just got your
Machine gun
classic
sort of
rapid
thing.
fire. It's got decent range. You're pretty much going to be able to do it all with this weapon. And we should also mention that weapons come in sets in Splatoon, so you can kind of see in the upper right-hand corner, I have a sub-weapon as well. In this case, that's the burst bombs. It looks like this. And throw that against the wall there. So you can see it just kind of explodes on impact.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite sub.
It's really useful.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the autos because they just find, I guess we'll see that soon. No spoilers, but they find your enemy so you don't
So this seems like a pretty basic
And
Splatoon
most
weapon.
exciting thing
I guess they're
about
showing it
this
off for
set
new
me
players.
is the crab tank. We can see that's my special
Oh,
weapon.
yes,
and
crab
that
tank
upper right-hand
time.
corner is kind of shimmering there, so that means it's ready to go. So let's take a look. Here it is.
This looks so good.
Yes! Yes!
It's so dangerous.
Oh, it doesn't
And
last for
actually, I'm
very
gonna
long.
Go ahead and clean up.
Well,
here
it's still a
so I can
cool
get that
tank.
again, because the crab tank actually has two different attacks. So that was the first one that's kind of like a rapid fire machine gun that really has very good range as well. And then there's another attack. It's kind of like this big shell that has an area of effect here.
Great area effect. I really like using that one a lot. One thing to note, too, to point out for those watching at home is we're actually in the new multiplayer lobby. This is the test range side of things. So if you're wondering, like, whoa, what is this? This is a brand new feature to Splatoon 3. It's really, really cool. It allows you to, well, test your weapons in the range.
Yeah, it's actually fun. And
You
it
can
is
roll
like
over
from
people with the
Splatoon
hamster
2,
ball?
where now
That's
the
cute.
lobby is like a physical space where you can be practicing while you're waiting for a match, or I think we saw in the direct that you'll see kind of holographic ghosts of your friends in the lobby if they're online. So it's kind of a cool new hub for the multiplayer battles. Let's take a look around, kind of see this space here.
It looks so good.
Actually, we haven't showed off the Squid Surge and Roll, which is something we might want to do.
Ah, yeah. And that is a fun new addition to Splatoon 3 as well.
Yeah.
And to show that off, let's see. So the squid roll, typically, you know, if you're going in one direction, you get kind of you have to slow down and kind of stop your momentum to get going in the other direction. But with this new mechanic here, you can turn on a dime and go in the opposite direction. So imagine maybe somebody's throwing a bomb in front of you.
A cool bit of tech.
You can change direction really quickly, and it actually gives you a few frames of protection while you're doing that move.
All right, let's see this in action.
All right, yeah. So here's another toy that we've got in the lobby over here.
I wonder if you'll be able to mix and match
machine.
weapon sets. Like, will you
here.
be able to have the crab
Vaguely
tank with
threatening.
anything?
So the copy machine here does, it copies what I'm doing. So if I shoot, it shoots. It throws bombs when I throw bombs. And it tries to deflect blame on its teammates. If I try to deflect blame on my teammates, it does everything that I do.
Dutch, when have you ever had to deflect blame?
Let's find
I've had some
out.
tough matches.
One of the supers in the second game was a
Alright,
giant
I'm gonna
hamster
try to
ball
show
you
off
could
this,
roll around
new
in. It
squid
lasted
roll
longer
that
than
gives you
the
that,
crab tank
that
and
couple
exploded at
frames
the
of
end.
protection here.
You couldn't
So
shoot stuff like the crab
rolling
tank
wrong, I
does.
see a bomb.
You explicitly
Whoa,
cannot
well
mix and
done.
match
That's
sets entirely
easy.
balanced stuff.
Right there.
Got it in one.
But you kind of hear that like little.
Well, that's
like,
a little
shimmery
restrictive,
kind of
but I
sound
see
that
why
lets
they
you
do
know
it.
that you kind of got it out of there. Let me try one more.
All right. So then what? Since we, woo, look at you show off now.
I know.
So maybe we should move on to the next topic here.
Oh,
actually, you didn't
yeah,
show off Squid Surge.
Yeah,
I
Squid Surge.
apologize.
So that's another new mechanic for Splatoon 3, and that's going to help you get up walls. So if I get onto this wall and I charge it up, it's going to shoot me up and give me a little boost up there so I can kind of get the drop on people. So that's
So
useful
naturally,
if
you only
you're-
have so much momentum
maybe
up
you've got somebody
walls,
camping out up here,
and you
come
will
up here,
slow
do a
down
little
and
Squid
stop.
Surge, and
Is
come
that
down
it?
on from above.
And the squid
You're
surge
so
lets you go
accurate.
higher.
It's
always
like you
miss
need
that.
it.
I tried practicing that a couple of times. I really love the move.
It's and that's the worst when you're like set up the move perfectly, and then you get to the up to the top there and you're like, oh, missed it.
That's just gonna be
Fun
so much
things
more
to work
deadly.
Anyway, okay, well let's check out a different weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
let's
let's
hop
check
in.
out the next one, which I believe is one of your favorites.
It is, yeah. I have spent a lot of time with the carbon roller here. And actually, while we're here, I just want to show off one more kind of quality of life improvement here. You can sort the weapons by class, and you've got that up here, which
It's
is nice.
so good. I love that they added that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up here so we get some new territory here. So this is the carbon roller. This is a weapon in the roller class. And the way this class works is you've got an ink roller here. And if you press the attack button, it does kind of a horizontal splash like that. It's pretty short range, but it's pretty powerful.
And you
as
can
well.
roll over people, right? That's
and
the
if you
primary
hold it
attraction
down-
of this weapon.
Then you can run around with it on the ground. And
Mow people over.
That's great.
And this particular one, with most roller weapons, that's going to be a one.
That does more rolling damage than the crab
On the
tank.
ground. But this one trades a little bit of power for greater mobility, which I love because for me, my play style is really like getting up in people's faces, smashing them, and
Look at him go.
Smashing people's faces. Dutch's game
Speaking
style.
of mobility too, this one actually comes with a zip caster, which
That's
is really
true. Yeah. And one
Just
more point on
thwacking
the
people.
roller class. So you also have this. If you jump and attack, then you do kind of a vertical fling that gives you a little bit more range. but it's a narrower spread of ink, so you gotta have to
Carbon
be a little
rollers
more
were
accurate with it.
specifically the faster
let's
and
check out the
weaker
Zip
variant,
Caster
so
here,
this
which is a
particular
brand new
version isn't as
special
good for rolling
for
over
Splatoon
people.
3.
It gets
I'm
better.
really excited about this one as somebody who spends a lot of time with a roller, which is short range and kind of get pinned down by people with longer range weapons a lot. So let's imagine maybe up on that tower there's somebody with a long range weapon kind of pinning me down back here. What the zip cast is going to do is going to let me zip around, cling to walls, and it's going to let me come
That's
up
cool.
right on this person right there.
Oh, that's so good.
And
Just
you do have to
thwack
be careful
them.
when you use it though, because you might have seen there's a little marker, and when it ends, it sends you back to the place you started. So if you don't take care of business with it, and people see where you're going to land, they're going to come right there and be waiting for you.
Spot you.
Yeah, you'll land and be like, oh, that was not what I was expecting.
And the sub-weapon for this one as well, which you can see here, is another one coming back from Splatoon 2 is the auto bomb. And that one, you can kind of see the little ring shoots out when it lands, and that's going to detect the nearest enemy, walk over to it, and explode.
It's
Heavier
so
rollers are an
awful.
instant
I
kill
mean, in
while
the best
rolling,
possible
so I
way.
can
You're the one
smash
throwing it.
ultimate with
It's
fewer
just brilliant.
steps.
All right, so let's show this off in our first stage we wanted to display. Wow.
Yeah, let's take a
Does
look.
So let's
the
go ahead and
Inkling
cut
dash
over
attack
that,
do a shit
and
ton
then
of
we're gonna
damage
go
and smash?
to our first stage that we want to show.
And we've got the Splatoon 3 Splatfest World Premiere coming up this weekend. So we wanted to take a look at some of the stages that will be in the rotation.
And if you've never heard of Splatfest before, it's a mode where you play Turf War and Tricolor Turf War. But first, you actually get to vote on 3 different choices, depending if in this case,
it's
you
her
wanna be
forward B.
rock, paper, or scissors. I think I'm gonna go for scissors. No, wait, I'm paper.
No, I'm scissors.
And also
had
berries.
this discussion
Wow.
I got rock,
already.
that's all I know. I'm rock.
That's all right.
Happens every time. I'm scissors.
No, but I'm gonna be scissors.
What? We're gonna be on the same team. I guess that
That's
could be
great.
fun too. That can be fun. I'd rather not get splatted by you. I splat with you. So I
That's
guess
actually a
all
really good point too. I'm glad you brought that up, Taryn, too. It's just for those who don't know at home, you definitely want to vote for the same thing if you won't be on the same team.
Yes.
Just a little pro
Good
tip.
point.
All right, so here
Hi.
we are in Scorch Gorge. So take it away, Dutch.
Yeah, so it's kind of, I'm really looking forward to this weekend because this is kind of eerie right here. It's like there's nobody here. This is deserted. I'm excited to see some people get in here and play around. So this is kind of keeping in the theme with Splatoon 3, which is chaos, right? So we've got this kind of gritty, rusted out, worn down, rugged terrain here. And a couple of jellyfish up there taking
casual
photos, I guess.
jellies. Just
Yeah,
on
so
the
this is
rocks.
Kind of a canyon.
That feels like a desert.
Kind of, yeah.
Either way.
Either
And then
way.
I'll go ahead and open up the turf map here so you
Deserty
can see the
canyon.
layout of the stage. And so I'm thinking that for this particular stage, it's all going to be about this middle tower here. Because that
Okay.
controls the access to each side. So that's the only way you're going to get into the other team's base. So let's come up here.
Yeah, I feel
Which
most
is
people are
Dutch's
gonna-
favorite thing. Sorry.
It's all about, I think, defending this middle and keeping it controlled.
Right. So if you want to get into the other base,
How
you're gonna
often
have
do
to come up
teams
here
really
and go
overwhelm
on this
the other team
catwalk,
enough to get into
which
their
leaves you
base?
kind of exposed from below. If you go into squid form, you see you drop right through it.
Yes. So there we go. Yeah.
And then once you're over here, then you can get back this way and cause trouble.
But now that you have the zip caster, though.
Yeah. So for, I think the zip caster is going to be great for maybe
You'd be
taking
surprised?
control of
Fair
that
enough.
little area. So you can see, imagine somebody's controlling that and dominating you from the center post there. So what are we going to do? Let's get the zip caster here and fly right over here. Come up this way. Boom. Bam.
It attaches to surfaces that you wouldn't normally be able to ink, correct? Did we already
Correct.
mention that?
That's a great
It's
point,
so
yeah.
powerful.
It's really, really great. It's all
I
about
don't like
kind
that
of
it
moving in a triangle
pulls you back to where you
moment-
started
movement?
using
Momentum?
the
Momentum?
tether.
What was that word?
Triangle.
because that I
movement?
guess that
And that
balances
was
it.
momentum.
the good,
There
the
we
good
go.
Because
rate
otherwise
of being
everyone
able
would
to stick
use
to-
it
to
for
every surface
everything, but
really lets you kind of zip
it
around
seems
the
like a
stage
good
and,
motion
get
tool that
behind
adds to gameplay.
enemy lines.
Imagine being unpleasantly surprised by thinking you're safe in one area,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
some Dutch comes winging in with his carbon roller and zip caster.
And of course, there are many other special weapons that you'll get using, depending on the weapons that you have. But
Yeah.
the
Well, let's
Zipcaster
hop
is
back
very
and
nice.
take a look at a couple other sets here. So
Yeah,
let's
so
look at
cut back to
Scorch
it.
Gorge, which is going to be in the rotation this weekend. And let's hop back in.
Okay. So time to show off something a little different.
Yeah, so you're taking a look at a shooter class weapon, the Splash-O-Matic. That was the first one we saw. And we saw the Carbon Roller in the roller class. Let's take another look at
Splat Charge.
the Splat Charger.
Demetrius's favorite, right? Just kidding.
I really like this weapon. I think it's great fun. I'm just not the best at it.
So this is your classic long-range kind of sniper-style weapon. You can see the range on this one compared to the other ones.
That charge up is so satisfying.
Yeah, and that sound that it makes. So this is what it sounds like normally if you're missing.
This looks like an instant kill if you get
I
sniped.
feel targeted by that comment.
It's cool though. I always appreciate seeing someone on my team using this weapon. And
Uses a lot of ink.
And when you get a good charger on your team, it's like a relief. Because this is really for like the crafty, skilled, patient, backline style player.
People
wants
who
to,
can
like-
hang out in the back and just take people down, help defend.
What's the sub and special for this
Yeah,
one?
so the sub for this one is the Splat Bomb, which kind of this pyramid-shaped one. You throw it out, and after it settles on the ground for like a second, it'll explode. And then, let's go back to the copy machine, and I can show off the special here. So this is another special that's brand new for Splatoon 3.
This is so good. This is probably my
Copy machine.
personal favorite.
Over the crab tank?
The crab
Really?
tank is great, but this is so good. I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard with
That's
the
true.
amount of ink you can use if you use it correctly.
All right, so this is the ink vac, and what
All right,
it's gonna
so show
do
us.
is basically suck up any ink that's being fired at me, and then I can shoot it back, and it'll create a big explosion. So this is sucking up all the ink that the copy machine is shooting. I'm gonna launch it back that way. Boom! You can see the range.
That is cool.
Like the range, I shot that from like
Probably
back here,
easy to
just all the
dodge,
way-
but pretty
basically
cool.
all the way across the test range here. We should let's try that one more
I
time.
was like, maybe we should show that without powering it up, just to kind of give people an idea of what it's like. Yeah, it looks good. There we go. And did we explain, just in case somebody knows, what Dutch is doing right now is he's actually inking the ground, so he's building up his special meter that you see on the top right-hand screen.
Exactly.
So just for those who are new,
You go Super Saiyan when it's ready.
You're just randomly firing on the ground.
You
Name
can
of the
see,
game is
as long as
ink the
I'm
most.
standing, as long as I'm standing in front, I'm sucking up all that ink. So I'm not, I'm not getting damaged by it. It's kind of absorbing it. But if you keep getting hit after it's full, that will take you out. So you have to be careful in timing it. So
Yeah, don't let the copy machine splat you.
I
I'm
was
not
wondering
sure.
if he was gonna do it.
I was looking a little bit dicey there for a second.
another thing that's back from Splatoon 2 is storing your charge, and then you can swim in the ink for a couple seconds before popping back out and releasing that entire charge shot.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. So yeah, you're charging
Well,
it and then
you
swim,
should actually.
and then you
There
release.
you
Okay,
go. Now
yeah,
you've
that looks
done it.
good. All right, so why don't we show off and go to the second stage we wanted to show, which is Eel Tail Alley. So why don't we
Do it.
cut away from this, and we'll show that off.
Wait, so Dutch, what team were you then? Since
Oh,
we're
yeah.
both Team Scissors.
I'm Team Rock.
Oh, you are still
Yeah,
Team
don't
Rock.
overthink it.
All right,
Man
Team Paper
Ray
it is.
was Team Rock,
I feel like you
right?
two were
And
fighting over paper
the lady with the
initially,
huge
and so
forehead
now
was
you've just
Team
completely
Paper, and
changed
the other
sides
one,
to each
by a
other.
process of
I'm a
elimination, is
fan
Team
of Big
Scissors,
Man.
right?
That's fair, yes. No, it's not really a choice of scissors. It's big man.
And that's probably why I can't help it.
I don't blame you.
Okay, so we're going into Eel Tail Alley. And this is a different
Or
type of
was
stage. So,
the lady
we
with the
just
huge
saw kinda
forehead
that
Team
rugged
Rock,
desert,
and Man Ray was
that
Team
Dutch pointed
Paper.
out, but this is more of like a cityscape feel to it.
Yeah, right off the bat, it's definitely a different feel. Let's take a look around here.
Actually, one thing we should point out too, we haven't mentioned yet, was you just spawning
That's a
right
ruined
there,
city.
and that was one of the new features as well.
Exactly.
Well, the
yeah, so
Manta
you
was Team
spawn
Scissors.
actually
Huh.
from the air, and you can choose your landing spot as opposed to always spawning in the same spot. That
And the blue one was Team
really
Rock.
makes it a little
I
more
had it
dynamic,
exactly
you're getting
wrong.
pinned down in your base, but you can actually choose where to land so that you can kind of, approach your opponents from a different angle.
It's one of the 3 new techniques, with the other one being Squid Surge and Squid Roll.
And Squid Spawn. I'm seeing a pattern with these names, perhaps. I
They're
don't want to be
great
too
names.
obvious about it, but
Let's take a look at the turf map here. We see this is Eeltail Alley, and it really does look like an alley. It's kind of long and narrow,
and like an eel.
like an eel.
Oh.
Why am I getting hungry?
What? Sushi later?
Yeah, it sounds good.
So if I'm playing a charger on this map, I think it's going to be all about this catwalk up here. I think this is where I'm going to be living. And that's because I can get, the high ground to kind of control this area down here as the other team comes up the middle. Maybe if I want to get really aggressive, I might come all the way up to this front area and be looking down here, clear out the pigeons.
Oh, Dutch, why? Every time, Dutch.
Poor pigeon.
Pigeon never did
Those
anything
jellyfish
to you.
people up in that ruined house
Yeah,
or
this
apartment
spot right
building.
here gives me access. I got a clear shot
Good you.
at all these areas where the other team might come out.
I think there will be a lot of fighting below too as well, and I
Exactly.
feel like the ink vac will be really great because you'll be able to kind of push the line, push the advance of your team using that special.
Exactly, yeah. You drop down here, soak up all the ink that everybody's shooting at you. It takes a while to charge when there's no ink.
I was gonna say, hopefully,
Just a little
the explosion's
while.
a bit smaller too.
This is why I'm so excited for this weekend, though, because, we've been messing around with this game a little bit, but I'm really excited to get in there with other people and, try out all my moves.
Just
that
play
look,
nicely
that look
with
really
them,
sweet when
Dutch.
there's nobody against me. But
If you see the name Dutch on the opposing team, be afraid. Or amazed or impressed. All of the above are the correct responses.
All right, so you got a chance to see the Splat Charger and Eeltail Alley. Let's go ahead and move back to the lobby because we have one more thing to show, so we're going to cut to that. Give us one
Only the
sec.
best thing to show.
I can't wait. I think this is going to be it's just such a
The
cool
best
feature.
thing, huh? Saving that
And
for
what we're
last.
talking about
What's
is
this
we're
going
gonna
to
actually
be?
show you 1 second the lockers, and lockers are just something.
Oh, they're
I think
showing
a
off
lot
your
of people are
personal,
wanting,
personalized
customization
lockers.
option of showing off, your own unique style, which the Splatoon series has always had. So just being
So
able
what was the
to,
deal? Your
expand
friends
that
can
is
see your locker, or
Exactly.
people in
So
your
this is,
match
it's all
can see your
connected
locker,
to
or
this,
people you'd recently
physical
played with
space
can see your
in the
locker. I
lobby
think that
here.
was it.
Dutch, quit delaying. We want lockers now.
all right, so
Although
here's
we
my
know what's
locker,
going to happen to
I know.
which I have
Maybe he'll be
prepared.
good this time.
Is that a little chicken egg mech?
So with these are your personal lockers, and what you can do is you can actually add your weapons and even some items that you get from Hotlantis. That's one of the new stores in this game. It's really cool. On top of that, oh, here Dutch goes.
Here it is again.
Just organizing
We
a little
can't
bit.
ever
I never
go
wanna
without
see your
it.
closet at home.
Remember how perfect this was when we first showed
It was in perfect harmony, which is also
the name.
Personal. That is. Wow. Now you can put the cups upside down.
Yeah, it's
or-
like the dust gets in it and stuff, so I don't.
I mean,
Also, one thing to note is you have stickers. You can actually even change the color of your locker. There's a lot of stuff to add, which is going to be really, really, really cool. One other thing too to point out. Oh, look! What are you doing?
Dutch. Dutch. And you can see other people's lockers.
Oh, that's the
so
Autobomb,
If you
huh?
see one that looks something like this in your travels,
Hate mail this way.
it might be Dutch's.
Oh man! All right, so there's one other thing too we want to quickly show is the splash tags, which is another really cool feature that is also new to the game. All right, put that mess away.
You've done enough.
So on the left-hand side of the screen, as you'll see, it says Splatlandia and Youth Player 1. This is actually the Splat tags where you normally would have your name and you can have different banners, badges, and titles. You obviously wouldn't just be Player 1. We just use
I
that
mean,
here
could
for
be
reference.
if you
You
want.
could be if you want to.
That's you.
Yeah.
You are You are number one, player one.
You know, you're not wrong. But there's a lot of cool stuff. And one thing to note, too, is with the lockers and even the Splat splash tags, that there will be some season catalogs that come. So expect to have new items to be able to put into your locker, new splash tag stuff, and even some new weapons. So really cool stuff, or additional weapons.
I wonder how much people are actually going to
really,
check
really
lockers.
Cool stuff coming as well. All right, so with that, we took a look
how
at the
fast that
lockers
novelty
and
will wear
the
off.
Splash tag. I have one more thing I wanted to show, and I got it down here, so just give me a moment to pick it up because I don't want to drop it.
Hey.
And that is the special edition Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch OLED. Super cool.
Did we
out in
know there was
stores
going to be
August
one of
26th,
these?
so
That's a
out
pretty
now.
cool
You can go check it
controller
out.
pattern.
But we just want to show that off, and let me actually
Cool.
this out right here and show you what the actual system looks like too outside of its dock. It's got this super, super cool design here. I'm gonna move a little back and forth so you can see that cool little design shimmering across.
Does it only come in OLED?
And then one more thing I have here. I'll pick this one up. This is the Splatoon 3 Pro Controller as well. Now this one comes out September 9th, so it's out on launch day, but we just wanted to show you how cool that looks with the two different colors and the cool design on it.
It's so good.
Looks awesome.
I'm going to end up buying one, and I won't regret it at all.
Oh, these
I don't expect people to check them often, but I expect to
so with
treat
that
their
being
own as if
said,
they were being
that
checked
is
all
it
the
for
time.
Splatoon 3 today. One more
Fair
time,
enough.
just to remind everybody at home that Splatoon 3
Hey, so that's all the
Splatfest World
Splatoon
Premiere
3
is gonna
stuff.
be
What
out
is
on eShops
Harvestella,
now.
if that's the
But
name
don't
of the
go
thing?
anywhere. We got some Harvestella up next.
Locker reviews
We'll see you soon.
online.
Thanks.
Ooh. I didn't already own a Switch, I would want this. I wonder how often people buy special edition Switches to replace their own. Ah, rich people. Still is some kind of Square game. I know nothing else. Yeah, this is the first time hearing of it. Weird that they'd lump it in with Splatoon. Kind of sounds like a Stardew-esque
The
game.
Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational 2022 Tournament. This event will take place on September 5th at PAX West. Some of the top finishers from this summer's Splatoon 2 Inkopolis Showdown will head to Seattle and compete in North America's first ever Splatoon 3 Invitational. Follow the official Nintendo Versus Twitter account for updates.
Hi, and welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Kay, and I'm here with Andrew and Amber, and we're going to be taking a look at Harvestella. Andrew, what have we got for people today?
So today we're going to be taking a look at
That's
Chapter
a
2 of
funky
Harvestella,
tree.
coming to Nintendo Switch as a Nintendo Switch console exclusive on November 4th. And before we jump into Chapter 2, we're actually going to show a quick video highlighting some of the story elements from Chapter 1 to get us on our way.
What do you think?
Okay,
Should
look
I
at
cut the
that.
video here?
So here we see our main character is waking up. We actually find out that they have amnesia, and I'm not sure where they are. So they're welcomed by one of the residents of the town who kind of explains the situation to them. And then we're introduced to a sea light for the first time. And all of a sudden, the people in the
Yeah, I
town
think
are
that's all I'm
gathering
gonna watch. This
because,
doesn't seem
oh
very
no,
interesting.
A giant crystal element is falling.
So yeah, Splatoon 3. Interesting stuff. It'll be interesting to get in and play with different weapon types on the 27th. It's only on the 27th, right? It's a one-day thing. I'm gonna suck so bad. I like the roller. I like thwacking people. That'll be interesting. The carbon roller, huh? Guess we got put on mandatory overtime on the 27th? Oh, that sucks! That sucks. And you can't swap with anyone? Oh, that sucks for you, man. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. Those stages kind of looked very similar. So I guess they've got a set stage design that they like to build around with spawn points at either end and a nexus in the middle that you have to pass through a special passageway to get to the other side. Home by 3-ish and it ends at 9. Fair enough. 9 Pacific time, right? It's midnight EST. So I'll have plenty of time to stream it. But yeah, that's the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Treehouse. I'll have this up on YouTube in a bit. The layouts tend to vary, but these are the basic-ish layouts. I wonder how much they vary. Like, are there square arenas? Are there complex arenas? Are there S-shaped arenas? That would be interesting. They're always symmetrical, but the designs get more complex. Okay, cool. I wonder how many stages will be available on the 27th. At least I didn't bring Moray Towers back again yet. What's Moray Towers? And why is it hellish? One of the most popular maps in Japan, one of the least popular maps in the West. Kind of sounds like they'll bring it back since this is a Japanese game. Big vertical area, difficult to navigate. Huh. I wonder what that says about the respective player bases of Japan and the West. And what they're looking for in the game. It's basically the apex of that harder to get into center than out effect, and only snipers enjoy it. Well, interesting. Well, that's going to be it for now. I may get on in a little bit and check out the Splatoon 3 demo stuff that's out today. I will make an announcement in Discord if I do that. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.